Peace, love, and light, Scorpios. Hope the sun is shining wherever you are. Hope you're living in your greatest purpose. Let's get into your messages. All right. Scorpios, checking to see what's in your energy. Okay. Messages for Scorpio. Okay, the Hierophant. Okay, I see the Hierophant showing up here. This may be alluding to you being a teacher of some sort. A teacher that shows people their path. There may be something that the divine is saying about your teaching, your skills, your power. Your ability to ground yourself. Okay. There is some energy coming out about what you do and what you're manifesting and its relation to you receiving something in return, what you get back in return. I'm hearing something about you as a spiritual teacher, someone who's an example for someone that teaches others, one who has, a wide range of knowledge. I'm hearing the divine say that you're going to be paid for the spiritual work that you do. This is especially for those whose work centers around spirituality, because a lot of times we often believe that, we often believe that woke means broke. Okay, and that couldn't be further from the truth. The divine is saying that in this season, you're going to be finding that a lot of spiritualists are going to be, that used to be undervalued for the work that they do. You're going to be well sought after for the work that you do. In fact, there may be someone that's seeking your assistance. There are a lot of people that are seeking your knowledge, what you do. Okay? You have given so much to others. You get to know that the divine is going to give you. And this is not just giving you. This is, I'm hearing something about your weight in gold. This is the season where you are going to see your value as a spiritual teacher. This is the season where you're really going to see the value of spirituality, the work that you've always been doing that you kind of felt like you were not compensated for. Okay, in the 3D, the divine is saying that you are going to be compensated for your connection with the divine. And this is not just compensation. This is someone who gets paid very well, because in the Six of Pentacles, you have to be someone that has. Okay, you're someone of great wealth. In order for you to, I'm literally seeing philanthropy here. You're going to have money that's going to fuel what you're doing. It's going to come back into the work that you're doing enough so that you're able to give back to others. This is the season I'm hearing where you get to know your work, that you get to know your worth in the spiritual realm. And it's like you already know that you hold high rank. You know that you're someone that is of high rank. You're the Hierophant here. This is a high priestess. You know that you're someone of value in the spiritual realm. And now you're going to see that reflected in your stability, in your security. Some of y'all, if this resonates, like, you're going to be well paid. This is prosperity coming to you. So for example, many of you, if you have a business that's centered around spirituality, you may give counsel to others. Like, this is someone that not only gives, you know, this is someone that gives, period. Like, this is someone who reciprocates to others. Like, and sometimes this is you're the kind of person that gives without receiving anything in return. Like, you're a philanthropist, or there's some aspect of philanthropy within your energy. So there's something significant about this Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. There's the Hierophant again. There's the Hierophant again. The days in which you basically were an outcast, you were outcasted, you were made to feel less than for your spiritual beliefs, those days are gone. This is the time in which you become the most prized possession as someone who values the spirit realm. And you're going to be connecting many others to that spiritual realm. And what you're going to find is that your continued work, your connection to the spiritual realm is going to manifest a lot of abundance, prosperity. You're going to be well paid. Like, this is a magician energy in which all of your desires get met. All of your needs will be met through the work that you do. All of your needs will be met by the work that you do. And specifically, there's something significant about this year. I'm hearing this year is the magician's year. In all aspects related to magic, spirituality is being put at the forefront. Yep, is being put at the forefront here. It holds a lot of value. It's kind of like how, just like gold holds a lot of value, financially, in terms of your security and stability. You're going to find that being a spiritualist, someone who's a teacher, someone who can provide a wealth of knowledge to others, like, that's a position that was once undervalued. It's going to be one of the most valued positions to hold, especially this year. The King of Swords is indicating that as a spiritualist, as someone who does spiritual work, you lessen the load for many through the work that you do, through giving of yourself, through using spiritual discernment. And you are the Hierophant that has the gift of spiritual discernment. And this gift, your gift of spiritual discernment, is going to bring major rewards. It's going to bring major financial rewards, because this is the time for that. And for those of you, the divine is saying, for those of you that feel a calling towards this, someone who is, you feel like you are this high priest, high priestess energy, you have a calling to do work that elevates and edifies the spirit realm. If you feel like you have a calling for that, the divine is saying now's the time to seize the opportunity to go through the training and do whatever business, whatever opportunities that you've been called, whatever it is that you've been called to do, having to do with edifying the spirit realm, connecting people back to their spiritual roots. Now's the time to jump in and do that. And some of you may be hesitant to do that because you may not feel like, you've planned enough. The divine is saying to jump in. Jump in 10 toes down, because this is your calling. You have a calling to do this work. You have a calling to do this. Tell me about this Judgment card. You've been called to bring others back to their spiritual path. Those who have those who lack a sense of direction, those who feel powerless, those who have not yet strengthened their connection to the divine. You've been called to bring others back. I'm also getting that you've been called to possibly lead some sort of a soul tribe, something having to do with connecting people of like ideologies together. And this has to do with, a connection, a spiritual connection. You've been called to bring this family of soul tribes back together. You've been called to bring direction, success, balance back into the human family, the soul tribes, the spirit family. There's something significant about that. That is your calling. Because at this time, the divine is saying that although many have, began their awakening process, ascension, you still have a lot of the chosen. You still have a lot of those that have a high calling and this is really, for lack of a better term, high calling. Really, it's just a calling. It's a calling. They feel alienated. There's a lot of the soul tribe family that feel alienated. It seems like they're looking for something, someone, some energy to bring them back. And the divine is saying that you've been called to be one of the spiritual leaders to lead this army of soul tribes. Sure enough, this looks like you're a general of some sort, and many of you are like, oh, what is she talking about? General. Yep. You've been called to lead in some way. You've been called to lead. And it's time that you answer that call. There's the energy of teamwork again, collaboration, an energy of like the soul tribes, family, soul family coming together. You've been called to play a major part in the soul tribes coming together. And if this message resonates, you know that it's going to be for you, because if it's for you, you'll know that that is your calling. And there's something having to do with your spiritual walk that the divine is pushing you and pulling at you and telling you it's time for you to jump in. Okay? You've thought about it. You've analyzed it, like this King of Swords energy that showed up here. Okay? You've given it a lot of thoughts. You've placed judgment, and now it's time to jump in and do the work. For those who have hesitated for quite some time, this is especially those that may not feel as if they're ready. The divine is saying it's time. You've prepared enough, now it's time. Okay, some of you are like, well, I'm not ready. I don't have this. The finances are not quite there. This is why this showed up from the get-go at the very beginning, because you get to know that what you do is going to provide for you abundantly. What you do as a chosen seed, what you do in the spiritual realm is going to provide for you abundantly. This is confirmation. And many of you, what you do has to do with bringing people together. That spiritual work, it's bringing people together. This Ace of Pentacles is the confirmation here that prosperity is before you. It's like you're literally looking at it. The success, recognition that also comes with it. And many of you, are not looking for that. And this is what makes you worthy of it, because you're not seeking things of the ego. You're seeking to edify the spirit. The work that you do in edifying your spirit is going to edify the spirit of others. And you get to know that there's some compensation. You're going to be compensated for that work. And many of you, that's what makes you qualified, because you're not looking for that. You're not doing the work for that. This is what you do because you share. You have this energy of reciprocity. And this right here is going to be cause for major changes in success. The divine is saying, if you're concerned whether or not you can hold your own in a world where it seems like there's so many spiritualists, you are capable and more than capable of holding your own. There's something that you provide within this line of work that no one else provides. Okay? There's something that you provide that no one else provides. There's something that you're able to see that no one else sees. Many of you, you're able to tap into like deep realm energy. You deal with you know, people and energies having to do with dark realm type of stuff. We're talking about, you know, sorcery, witchcraft, you know, people that have experienced those types of attacks as a chosen seed. Like, they need you because they are in the process of, you know, ascending, going through their ascension. They're going through their awakening process, and they're trying to find their way to build the soul tribes. And you're going to find that initially there's going to be a lot of different, it's like there's going to be a lot of different communities of soul tribes, right? And then eventually each of those communities are going to find each other, so that way it becomes a much stronger community. And when that happens, there's going to be a lot of cause for celebration for the spirit family overall, because this is when we know that, and again, it's like whenever something pure and of light happens, it's like it's like for every action there's a reaction type of thing. You know, somewhere there's some tower that's crumbling. There's an end to something, okay? And the fact that you see a lot of these soul tribes coming together at this time, that's because there's a major tower, I should say towers, that have fallen. And the year 7 was a major time for that. The year 7 was a major time for a lot of towers to crumble, and now it's time for the divine masculines and feminines to rise to the occasion and take their rightful place. And you have a role to play in that. They're moving towards their healing in this cycle, and they are in need of this teacher, whatever it is that you have, that you offer. And again, it's very unique. It's not like others. You have a gift that's not like others, and the chosen needs you in this ascension process. Let's see if there's anything else about this Ace of Pentacles. What else can you tell us about this Ace of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles. The only thing that can stop you is you. The only thing that can stop you is you, and the divine is saying jump in. That's this energy right here. It's time to jump in. You've literally, you know, tested the waters. You put your toes in the water and check to see if it's hot, if it's cold. Now it's time to jump in. Now is the time to jump in and begin this work that you've been called to do. It's that time. Year 8. It's the year of strength. It's the year of creativity. Now is the time to jump in and do the work that you've been called to do. Because you know, as above, so below. High Priestess, Hierophant. Jump in. Okay? You've tested the waters long enough. You've tested the waters long enough. Okay? Year 8. It's time to jump in. Ashe. Ashe. You've tested them waters. You know how it feels, the temperature, all of that. You've done it. You've done the digging. You've done the research. It's time. Okay? It's time. All right. Yep. And you will find that a lot more healing is going to come to you as you trust in this process and do the work that you've been called to do. Cosmic power, Mawu Lisa. This is Dambala Do and Aida Do energy. Dambala Do, Sebo, Sebo. Aida Do, Sebo, Sebo. Le mamote chwal mwen gen moun karele. Gen moun ka kriye, gen moun karele. Le mamote chwal mwen gen moun karele. Dambala wedo, c'est bon, c'est bon. Aïda wedo, c'est bon, c'est bon. Le mamote chwal mwen gen moun ka kriye. Gen moun karele, gen moun ka kriye. Le mamote chwal mwen gen moun karele. This is a song about Dambala and Aïda wedo. Dambala represents the sun, the divine power. And Dambala is referred to as Lisa. Aida is Mawu, which is the moon. Dambala wedo is the sun. Aida wedo is the moon. They are a cosmic force. They are a force to be reckoned with. And this is the divine telling you what the gathering of the soul tribes are going to be a force to be reckoned with. This is the word of the divine. You have a place to play. You have a role to play and a place in the coming together of this soul tribe. The divine is saying you're in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You're scared. Ooh, it says you're sacred. And scared came out, so some of you may be a bit frightened. Have no fear. Reread that again. You are in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Rise up to your magnificence. I say rise up to your magnificence. Love and respect yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. Your declaration is my power shines forth from within. Again, my power shines forth from within. Again, my power shines forth from within. Child of the sun and the moon, child of Dambala and Aida wedo, you know who you are. You've been called to answer the calling of bringing this powerful force together. The coming together of the soul tribes is going to be a cosmic event. And you've been called to play a major role in that. Because the divine knows your power. Dambala wedo, c'est bon, c'est bon. Aida wedo, c'est bon, c'est bon. Alright, cosmic family. If this message resonates, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, love, peace, and divine light.